All right, so we are just getting our 2-year-old down to bed, and then I think we're gonna get the show on the road. So if you could just hold on for just a moment, and we will do what we can do. So be back in just a minute, guys. I could show you the miniature. I might as well show you guys while we wait, right? Might as well. So let's see what we got here. I'll just sit over here, get a little comfortable. You know, all that good stuff. Probably should push this back a little bit. There we go. There he is, or she is. I think it's a she. I think it looks pretty good. When do they ever cooperate? 2-year-olds never do. Our 2-year-old is shaping up to be more defiant than our 5-year-old. And that's not good. Yeah, I love this. I don't know if it's gonna... Yeah, I don't think it's gonna get super clear. Yeah. Focus is not the best. But yeah, she's done a lot of good detail down in there. On the belt, looks like there's a change pouch that she made purple. It's the what did we call it the other night? A crotch cape is black with gold trim, or almost like a brown trim. This is coming out how I would like a rogue to come out, which is surprising because Paula usually does not like painting miniatures the way I do. Ooh, tired. Trying to calm down after a bad call today. Yeah, I know. Today was a rough day for us too. Well, for me a little. But yeah, I hear you. I'm sorry. I can only imagine. I can only imagine. I hope it didn't involve kids, did it? I hope not. Oh yeah. We also have, the governor thing going on. So those guys who tried to kidnap her, a few of them were at our chief's, our former police chief who resigned. They were at his march of like 100 people trying to recruit more for their cause back a few months ago, I think. At least some people have claimed they were recruiting. I don't know if they were. But yeah, so they were here in Lowell. Yes, I love this guy. This guy's so cool. It came out perfect. I think Paula should paint this one next. This one would be cool. This Goliath Barbarian would be killer. Look, it's got a bear head on the shoulder. That's cool. That's really cool. And of course, she's bigger than him. And she's bigger than the alchemist. She's pretty big. Let's see, she's bigger than the knights that I painted a while back. Yup. Here's another one Paula had painted. This was for one of my characters. She never did the base, though. I kind of wish that was at least black or something. But other than that, this looks good, too. I like that. So I have not filmed my Tengu video yet. Last night had a hard time going to sleep. Was up pretty late. Gonna try and film that hopefully tomorrow, but I got an interview with oh my goodness, I'm forgetting the name. Somebody, I think it's a podcast or something. Let me pull it up. So tomorrow, RPG Talk returns. We will be doing our thing around 8:30, just like we do this. It'll go for about an hour. But yeah, let me figure out who that is. And then next week, we have Monster of the Week. So we'll be playing that. Not directly. Oh, yeah, I don't think I want to hear about that, man. If you feel like telling me on Discord or something, you want to private message me, it's cool. We'll talk about it. You know, just if you need to. If you don't need to, no big deal. I don't need to know. So yeah, let me check this though. So last week we were supposed to have Fey Ruin LLC on. Oh, that's right. It was a podcast, and I was going to talk to the captain, as he refers to himself. What is the name of their stream? SS Adventurer, I think, is the name of it, and it's it's a Twitch show. So, anyways, we'll be talking to the captain tomorrow night, and it'll be a good time. Hey, Cameron, how are you doing, bud? Hope you're having a better day than us. Hope you're having a wonderful day. So, I missed Luke from the DM Lair on Nerdarchy, but I did catch your question about his favorite part of his book, and I thought that was hilarious. Because he's like, I hate this question. I think that was your question, wasn't it, Cameron? It's all good. But I did find that entertaining. Yeah, we've got our game this weekend where we are playing in the Descent into Avernus. So I'm kind of excited. I have to prep. I haven't read anything on that in over a month, I think. So I've got to prep for it. I think there's a little bit more they have to do in the Vanthemper Villas. And then we will be moving on to the next destination. Hopefully. I don't know. There's some things they can do in Baldur's Gate. Just whatever they feel like kind of thing. And, there's some hooks coming up that might lead them to certain things. So we'll see. We will see where things go. Thanks, I'm having a good day. Yeah, that was my question. He was so peeved. Maybe he was just peeved because he saw that it was you, Cameron. Yeah, he just doesn't like the favorites question for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know why it's a big deal. It's easy to just say, I don't have a favorite. They're all my babies, and I don't like to show favoritism. You could have said that. That's a cool miniature. I love the hair, the dreadlocks on this guy. Really cool. And then the magical energy. Awesome. This one's alright. It's not as good. But it's alright. Man, we're almost at 9 o'clock. Almost at 9 o'clock. Well, I'm glad you guys showed up. I hope Paula shows up. I don't know what I'll do if she doesn't. I don't have a plan if she doesn't show up. What should the plan be if she doesn't show up, guys? What ideas do you have? Any? I could do like a flip through or something. Just pull out a book and start looking at it. In fact, I'll even set this up for it. Start working it up here. I don't know. Maybe the baby just will not sleep. Start painting yourself. Me? Paint? Nah. I don't even have water for it. Paula usually brings it when she comes out. Do a dance after you paint yourself. Oh, no. There's no... I mean, I would totally dance. But no, I'm not painting myself. I can't do that. I mean, I could, but... that ain't happening. Let's see. We can look at the Lost Omens Gods and Magic. There might be some cool spells in here. I don't know. What do you think? You want to see something in here? Just move some stuff out of the way. I don't know. We can look at some stuff. We can do some things. I feel like I need to turn my speaker volume on. So if she texts me, watch. I have a feeling she's going to call it off. I'm going to be so upset. I'm going to be like, man, I got all ready to come out here and everything. Got all the lights going. Got everything set up. You just couldn't get the baby to sleep. All right. So we could look at a few things. We could look at character options. We could look at feats. We could look at spells, items, and weapons. What sounds cool, guys? Let's just start at 102. Oh, look at that art. Oh, that's pretty. Sounds like date night. I don't know what that means. I have not had a date night in a year and a half. If that. Actually, I don't even think we had a date last year. Yep. That was pre-COVID and we didn't even do that. What's up with that? I think actually we did have one. We did have a day we went out in the fall. Yeah. No, maybe it was the winter. Because our old babysitter from the other side of the state came out. And we tried to go out. We didn't get dinner where we wanted to because the place had a 45-minute wait time. We tried to go to the Electric Cheetah, which is an amazing restaurant. But the wait time was too long. So I think we settled... Oh, you know what, though? We did go to a really good brewery. And it wasn't good because it's a brewery. Like, I'm not a big drinker. However, I did like... They had a raspberry or a blackberry or cran... I don't know. They had some kind of berry ale, and it tasted delicious. Maybe it was a cider. I don't even remember. But it was really good. And, yeah. And they had these cheese curds. Oh my goodness. Yes. They were awesome. And then I think I had a burger too. It was really good. And I've wanted to go back since. And, obviously we can't this year. So I'm sure we'll go there again sometime. The local game store doesn't have space for game nights. So once a month pre-COVID, they were doing a game night there. Well, that's not useful. Oh, yeah, it is. Okay. So we got some feats here. I don't know. I don't know what... I have not read this book yet, by the way. I'm still trying to figure out things in the Advanced Player's Guide, the Lost Omens Character Guide. Like, I haven't even really got to this one yet. So that's why I was kind of excited to pull this off the shelf. All level 7 feats. Oh, here's a level 1 feat. Oh, they're in alphabetical order. It looks like. Why? Why are they in alphabetical order? I don't like that at all. I wish they were in level order. Blessed Blood. Your deity's blessings manifest. Oh, this has to be a sorcerer. Oh, okay. So you got to pay attention to the tags because they're also not in any other specific order. It's just... That's crummy. Mortal healing. Interesting. Okay. You grant greater healing. Oh, yep. Paula's coming. Baby's asleep. Baby is asleep. So hang on, let me tell her. All right. She should be out. All right. Yeah, this mortal healing thing sounds kind of cool, though. You grant greater healing when the gods don't interfere. When you roll a success to treat wounds for a creature that hasn't regained hit points from divine magic in the past 24 hours, you get a critical success on your check instead and restore the corresponding amount of hit points. That's cool. Like I said, still learning the system, but that sounds really awesome. Cameron says, I've barely read enough of my Pathfinder 1 ebooks, except the core rulebook and Ultimate Equipment. Oh, Ultimate Equipment is good. The Game Mastery Guide for first edition is one of the best books ever. Ever. So these all feel very cleric-y. All of them. I guess it is religions or whatever. Right? Isn't this like religions or gods and magic? So yeah, I guess it is focused mostly on deities and stuff. Monks, that's cool. That wasn't very many feats. But yeah, spells. Again, they're in alphabetical order. An evocation spell of Acid Storm. It's considered arcane and primal. You evoke a storm of acid rain that pelts the area for the spell's duration. A creature that begins its turn in the area takes 3d8 acid damage. And it requires a basic reflex save. That's cool. And it's 120 feet. And a 20-foot radius. And lasts for 1 minute. Paula's here.
What are you doing?
I was just going over a book that, passing some time. Because the gamester didn't want to sleep.
Oh, yeah. He's just having trouble.
And I ate all my gummy bears before we went live. So now I got nothing.
Cameron says he's barely read.
Yeah, I read all this.
Enough? Oh, okay.
I was talking about I didn't know which book to read. I haven't read that book yet.
I don't ever read the whole thing. I just read the important parts that I need to know.
Yeah.
I feel like you get the general idea, right?
Yeah. Well, so I hadn't...
This is looking pretty good.
I know, I love it. I had not read...
What do you guys think? This is
any
really
of
dark.
the feats or spells... I know, I'm trying to fix it right now.
Oh.
I have not read any of the feats or spells in that book that I was just looking at.
Oh, gotcha.
Ooh, I think I made that too bright. Is that too bright now?
I don't know. It's not really focused.
The focus, well, you're moving it. You got to pick a spot and then let me arrange the focus. Where do you want to paint it at?
Like right here.
Okay.
It's perfect. Perfect.
Right there. Don't move it while I'm trying to set it up.
Sorry.
I'm trying. There we go. Is that good? I think that's good. Okay. Apply. Okay. We'll just leave it bright. It'll be fine. I don't know.
It's okay. Why not?
I don't know.
Can't be bright.
So now they will only see it if you're holding it in that spot, though.
I got it.
All right.
I will figure. You know what? Sometimes I can make it work.
So Cameron is asking me, what is the most OP spell you found in Pathfinder? I have no flippin' idea. I couldn't tell you what the most OP spell is in D&D 5e, and I've played D&D 5e almost exclusively for 5 years. Hundreds of games.
What's the most OP spell?
I mean, a lot of spells can be OP in situations.
I think it depends, on what the situation is and what level you are. Because sometimes, it's relative to the game, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't necessarily...
It also depends on your DM. So, one thing I don't run games by the CR. And I don't know, maybe that's why I feel like my games feel more balanced. It feels like it's not superhero mode like people claim 5e is. Maybe that's why, because I don't go by CR. I literally just go, what monster do I want to use for this area that makes sense?
Yeah.
And that's what I do. I don't go, oh my gosh, okay, I've got this many people in the party. I need to have this many of this level monster. I don't do that. I don't even try to do that. I just go, okay, I know my players can deal roughly this much damage in a round. I know they have roughly this much hit points and AC. Okay, this monster looks like it might be kind of challenging for that. Oh, but maybe I'll throw in some other stuff just to have things that take away some of the actions from focusing on that big bad or whatever, So, but unfortunately, I don't know. I want to get better at that, though. That's the thing. I do want to...
You want to make it more balanced?
No. I want to understand spells better moving forward. I want to understand...
I think that's because you don't play as much.
Probably.
You don't play spellcasters quite as much.
Probably. I don't know.
But even
I don't
then,
play. In general, I don't play as much. I'm always DM. It's very rarely that I get to play.
Isn't that bad?
But, no. I mean, it's a lot of work. I don't think... It's taxing. It's like... So, I know I have a game to run next week, but I'm trying not to look forward to that game until I finish the game this week. You know what I mean? Like, I have to have tunnel vision, or else I can...
On the next one.
I have to, at all times, yep. So right now, it's Descent into Avernus. And then Sunday, it will be Tyranny of Dragons. After Tyranny of Dragons, it's going to be Pathfinder, because we have that session 0. So I'm going to have to be prepared to answer questions, explain what's going on with the module, and try to guide some people. We also have some new people playing who've never played it before. So again, it's going to be fun, but I have to have that tunnel vision, because if I don't, I can get overwhelmed.
Gotcha.
It's the same thing with my YouTube videos right now. So like the next video, Tengu. I mean, I already know roughly what I'm going to do ancestry-wise after that, but I'm not going to worry about what content's in the other videos. I'm not going to worry about my other ideas that I have. I want to focus in on just the next one until I'm, there.
Okay.
So that's just how I kind of am. Cameron says, so you would say there hasn't been any 5e fireballs in there so far? Spells that are obviously and intentionally OP. So fireball can be OP, but I've seen players wreck themselves with it too. Or wreck their party members with it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So it's OP, but you got to be careful still. So I don't know.
Sometimes it's restrictive. I guess you could say.
Like, I understand people are like, oh, fireball is really good. I like spirit guardians personally. I like area of effect spells. I think in 5e, area of effect spells are extremely useful.
That's true. You really should have at least like
a couple.
One. Like, you should have something for your character that your character's prepared to. I said I was going to paint up here, and I didn't paint up here.
I know, you usually do that.
I'm the worst at this. I don't know what I'm doing.
So yeah, like I understand why people like Fireball. I like Spirit Guardians. I think Healing Word is a really good spell. I do think it's important that you have at least one person in your party that can do multiple area of effect spells. Because if you don't have that, you can get wrecked in 5e by low-level monsters. Now, I haven't ran Pathfinder, so I have no opinion yet on how that works, but I do plan on experimenting with that a little bit. Trying out a bunch of low-level monsters, seeing how they do against like a 4th level party. Or the opposite, does a 1st level party deal with a monster that's a little bit more powerful than, say, they are? Because I don't know this. So it's all a learning curve for me. And I'm really excited about it. I was excited to experiment with 5e for a while when it first came out. But I don't think I ever cared to like dive into the specific nuances of it. So that's good. I'm really excited about it. O'Neill Flynn says, actually find it fun to be thrust into unbalanced encounters. Yeah, me too. Like, it's more logical to me. Like, nothing in life is based on where you are except for the school system. Like,
stop it. What are you talking about? Nothing's based on where you are except the school system?
Like, there isn't a CR for how difficult life is.
Oh.
Like, not everybody's born into the same situation, and as they get older and get more experience, life also gets a little more hard for them. No, some people are dealt a shit hand at the start, and it never gets better. Some people are dealt a shit hand at the start, and it gets better.
Okay, I gotcha.
That's all I'm saying.
I was just confused.
So I just think games should reflect that. Like, I don't know if I'm in Arizona and I go like into a cave if I'm gonna get stung by a scorpion or a rattlesnake. I don't know.
We're about to find
out. That scorpion and rattlesnake don't care how old or what level I'm at.
See, Cameron says that AoE is his jam.
Yeah, of course. Mm-hmm. Cameron says, yeah, as a player, it's a lot of fun running into something that I'm not prepared for. Yes. Paul Ross says, prefer burning hands over fireball. Interesting. So I have started to really appreciate inflict wounds in the last little while. Was it you? Somebody had used it and role-played it really fun in one of our games.
Inflict wounds.
Or somebody did it in a game.
Me.
There was a game. Oh, you know what? I think it was my Wednesday game you didn't play in. Somebody, I think it was Laura. I think she used it. Or, no. It was Lady Tiefling. She was playing a Tiefling, and she had inflict wounds. And she was just like, I'm going to do it and see what happens. And I'm like, oh, this is great. Like, tell us what it looked like. What's it do? And, like, the way she explained it made me go, oh, I love it. Like, it was great. You know? Yes, Cameron says a bad placed fireball isn't good. But it's so awesome. So the thing about those, though, the bad placed fireballs and stuff, the stories are great. You remember it months, years later. You remember that over the properly placed ones that just wipe out a couple bad guys. You know?
That's true.
Paul says crowd control is where it's at. I don't think I've ever used crowd control. Have you? I don't think it's ever been in any of my games. Is that a D&D or a Pathfinder spell?
I think he just means like crowd control, as in like
like an aerial effect, like being able to control the battlefield. Yeah. Gotcha. I thought it was an actual spell.
No,
I don't know enough about spells to know if that's not real.
Crowd control? I mean, like, that sounds like a great spell, though.
It's called Fear Factor, and you make them run. Or whatever.
Let's this out.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I'm so excited. Like, so Friday, I am getting some new PDFs of Pathfinder 2e stuff. So I'm excited to comb through those.
Ooh, that sounds interesting.
I'm really excited about that. And then I am going to might be getting some accessories soon. I ordered the spell cards this week, so I'll have the spell cards hopefully next Wednesday. And if that's the case, I will go over a bunch of spells next Wednesday. Paul said, LOL, yeah, controlling the battlefield. Well, okay, crowd control should be a spell. I bet if on D&D Beyond somebody has homebrewed a spell called crowd control. But yeah, I will probably go over those spell cards next week while on stream. It'll be a good chance for me to get familiar with the spells and how they're organized. Because they're organized differently than like 5e spells, right? So you have 5 different categories. You have arcane. You have, oh my gosh, I'm already drawing a blank.
You don't know.
I don't know off the top of my head. I thought I could do it. I'm sorry, I've let you guys down. So I'm just going to go to my order.
Aren't there like Oracle?
No, it's not by class at all.
No, but isn't that what some of the spells are? Aren't there like Oracle spells or?
Yeah. But no, not Oracle. There's occult.
Occult. Hey, I was getting there.
So, okay. So you have the arcane. You have divine, which obviously is self-explanatory. Occult. And primal. So primal's like nature-y. Occult is occult. Divine. And then arcane. And then the 5th one are focus spells, which are a whole different pool of spells that you can have as well as the other ones. Like, obviously spells still have those other breakdowns like evocation or whatever. But the way the decks are organized and the way you choose your spells based on like what things you take, I believe are from these specific categories.
Gotcha.
So, yeah. I don't know. So I'm kind of excited to go through those though. And then I also got like
those I like.
Yeah, and then I got a book coming that's just YouTube stuff. trying to learn some things to get better, you know. But I'm pretty excited about reading that one. Trying to go to at least 2 videos a week. I think that would be a lot of fun. I can get on a regular schedule, posting up at least 2 videos a week, as well as our streams.
So,
what's up?
This Monster of the Week thing.
Oh, you want me to try and pull that up?
Yeah. Let's see what's going on.
All right, we'll see about pulling it up. Gosh, there's 50 messages.
I know, there were so many.
It says 47.
Emails.
47 messages. Oh my goodness.
There were so many emails.
Oh, there is a spell that's basically crowd control. It's a level 9 hold person. Can hold up to 8 people. That is crowd control, if there ever was one. Okay. Okay. I will download these.
Yeah, I tried looking at it and I was sort of confused, and so I didn't do anything. Because then he said we were going to create characters at session 0.
But everybody created on
and
the
then
headset.
everybody created their characters, and I was like, what's going on?
Yeah, that happens. People get excited.
I know, but like now everybody's made their characters.
There's like moves, weird moves. So that's like an extra thing added on top of the game. Then there's their characters. Another character. Yeah, so there's 4 characters already. Cable Guy Bill. Billy the Werewolf. That people refer to as Sniffles. Because he has an allergy to dogs. I love Dave from Nerdarchy's characters. Lita LaCroix is a spooky. Gabriel Black, nothing about that person. Don't feel like opening the character sheet to find out. And, okay, so I've downloaded it all. Okay, now, if things are lagging, I'm sorry. Cameron says, would you ever let someone reskin hold person as a consoling spell? I hold them close and tell them everything's going to be okay while I hold a knife behind my back. I mean, sure, why not?
I think you could do that.
I would totally... I'm all
Why
for
couldn't
reskinning
you?
and reflavoring things.
I mean, it has the same effect.
I think his point...
So it doesn't really matter. Like,
Yeah.
as a DM, you shouldn't really care what...
Wouldn't it make more sense to hug the person and use Mage Hand to hold the knife behind their back?
It depends. What are you going to do?
I think the idea is you're going to kill them with the knife. That's why I said you hold the knife behind your back. But if you're hugging them to console them, you could then just have the Mage Hand stab them.
I mean, I guess you could.
Right? I mean, I don't think a Mage Hand works that way, but I would probably allow it to. It would just be a straight damage roll. No modifiers for the damage. You know? Because Mage Hand's like very restrictive anyway. But yeah, I would totally do something cool like that. That's how I run games. I try to be flexible and loose on things like that. What about you? Would you allow it, Cameron? What about the rest of you in chat? What do you think of it? Okay, where are these folders? I have no idea what I'm doing here.
Neither do I. I
Yeah.
mean, you're the one who was like... You're like, don't worry, I'll help you. And then you were like, oh, no, I'm just gonna produce it or whatever you want to call it. So you're like, so you're on your own. And
Okay,
you know,
there's reference sheets that mean nothing to me. I'd allow it. See, there you go. Would you let me stab someone in the back with Mage Hand? So here's the reference sheet. Basic moves. Kick some ass. When you get into a fight and kick some ass, roll plus tough. And then it tells you if you succeed or whatever. I don't know. I don't know what that means. Act under pressure. Help out. Investigate a mystery. Manipulate someone. Protect someone. Read a bad situation. Use magic. Big magic. Harm. Recovery. Luck. Leveling up. End of session. I don't think that matters right now.
Okay.
Weird moves and phenomena. Okay, so here's the other one.
Oh, wait. What do you mean the other one?
There's another thing. I don't know. There's no book yet. I don't know what I'm trying to look for right now. I don't know what I'm doing, Paula. Just hang on.
Alternate weird
It's
basic
freezing on me.
moves.
Yeah, none of empath, no limits, illuminated, past lives, sensitive. Like, this is just stuff you can do, and then it tells you how to roll or succeed, basically. Okay, cool, whatever. Not helpful.
So I don't understand how you make a character.
Well, hang on, that's what we're trying to figure out. I have a playbook that is form fillable. 2 of them. So I have basically character sheets. So I have that, and then I have character sheets. Okay.
That's why I was so confused.
There must be a link in one of his things to like a Google Drive.
No, this is all I've seen all this.
No,
and
there
I
has
was
to be something.
I don't get it.
Because this is a character
To make
sheet.
your chosen, pick a name. See getting started. Then
Oh,
follow
it tells
the
you what to do.
instructions below to decide your look, rating, fate. Like it just said to decide it. And I was like, I don't get it. So then what's next? Like I started looking at this stuff, but I was just like, I don't understand how you figure out the number.
So it tells you things. I don't know. Your birth was prophesized. So there's one form fillable sheet. Oh, no, it's not. There's 24. This is how you do it.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was saying.
So you can be the chosen.
See, but it's just like pick a rating. And
You
like,
might just want to do this with him tomorrow.
I don't get what's going on.
Stream. But no, you go through these things.
Did everybody else make a character
Yes. And it's probably just this checked off and with a name on it. This is totally how they did it. So like
I know, but I don't want to
crooked.
be the only one who hasn't made a character.
Well, too bad. You are the only one who hasn't made a character. Too late. But yeah, when you reach 4 or more, mark unstable. So remember, if you fail things, you mark it. Or no, that's another game. I'm probably getting games confused.
No, so that's kind of what I was thinking, that you do something like that. But I don't understand what the character
Pick 3
options
weapons.
are.
The options are these. The crooked. The chosen. And they're different. So you go through and pick one. You fill it out.
The divine,
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Some
but
of them-
like, how is somebody a used car salesman or something?
Probably because
like
one of the
that?
options. Like, look, it's probably under the backgrounds. Haven, mystical library, armory, infirmary, workshop, panic room. So it comes from the decisions you make.
Oh, okay.
You choose gear, the flake, net friends, I don't know, crazy eyes. Oh, those are moves. Yeah, and each one is completely different anyway, like how you even create it. The initiate. A helping hand, apprentice, a mentor, sacred oath. Yeah, I don't know. The monstrous, that would be me probably. The mundane. The mundane is probably the cable guy. You get all the basic moves, plus pick 3 mundane moves. So all these are mundane moves right here. So you'd be like the power of heart when fighting a monster. If you help someone, don't roll plus. Cool. You automatically help as though you'd rolled a 10. So I guess you automatically succeed. The professional. Medic is one of the options. Battlefield.
So is this just like a current day game?
I guess.
This is like current time.
It's so I was told like you can recreate like Stranger Things kind of stuff and things like that. At least I think that's what I was told.
Gotcha.
I might be getting things mixed up.
Okay, so
The
what
Spooky,
else is
which
there?
someone's already playing.
Someone's already playing that. I don't want to
The
play it.
Wronged. Yeah, but you don't know until you open their sheets what other people are playing because they didn't say I'm playing this type.
I know, but somebody specifically called that one out.
I know. Melkier's here. Oh man. Paul says it's less than 5 pounds. Improv a -1 to strength. Oh, you could do that. Yeah, I was just thinking a straight roll for damage, but yeah. The milk has arrived. Well, now that Melkier's here, I guess we can all just go. Thanks for watching. No, I'm just kidding. Ooh, I don't want that. What is this?
Oh, so you're not going to help me create it, so we're done? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think you should go over it with them, because I don't know what I'm
Okay.
doing. And there's a lot of options on that sheet. I don't know. It seems like you just follow the rules for the section, but you're going to have a session 0 anyway tomorrow. It's not like you're playing tomorrow. It's not streamed. You have every opportunity to get all your questions answered. Right? But I would also say, hey, I still haven't made my character yet. I'm planning on making it tonight on stream. Let them know ahead of time. You know?
Okay.
This milk is past its date. The Searcher. The Para-Romantic. The Hex. The Gumshoe. So those are in the other one. The milk is past its date. That's silly. Yeah, so then I guess the other things are the basic moves you can do. So anything on your character sheet, and then those things is my understanding. You know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay.
You're good?
Yeah, it'll be fine. I'll just wing it.
You'll just wing it.
I'll
Just roll the
show
dice when they
show
tell you
up
to.
and roll dice, yeah.
You done with them yet?
Maybe he has a couple, just random characters already put together or something.
Mm-mm.
No?
He wasn't doing pre-gens.
Oh.
And part of session 0 is you have to tie yourself to the other characters. I don't know if there's if he's got his own way to do that, but Laura has played with him, I think, before, and so she was talking about it in that thread originally. Remember about tying playbooks and stuff together or something. I don't know. Again, I know nothing about it.
Well, you're the one who coordinated the whole thing.
Kinda, yeah.
Figured you
I
knew
had
things.
interest in learning the system.
I figured
'cause I've
you
heard good
knew
things.
what was going on.
No, I forget things too much. I don't remember things unless I sit there, read it, and then try it, screw it up, and learn from my mistakes. That's how I do it. You know?
Okay, I guess.
I think I'm going to move all
well,
these
we'll
brushes
figure it out.
tomorrow.
I'll figure it out anyway.
Yeah, and then you'll tell me all about
Whatever, it'll be great.
it. Then Saturday, I'm going to watch our last Descent into Avernus session, at least the last half of it. And I think
more flying cats.
No, that's Tyranny of Dragons where I'm killing those.
I know, but wasn't there one in the house? The villa?
Yes. Yeah, but you guys are in the basement now.
Yeah, I know, but it was an evil cat or something like that.
Why was it evil?
I don't know. It's just
a Tresson cat.
Creeped
with
me
wings.
out.
I mean, it did look kind of,
It looked like it was gonna kill your mom.
Kind of did. A little bit. Why would it kill my mom? My mom loves cats.
I don't know.
My mom loves stray cats, fat cats, skinny. It doesn't matter. She just loves cats.
I'm just saying, it looked like it was gonna kill your mom. That's what it made me think of.
You know what's funny? So right after I graduated high school, a friend worked at a pet store that had the owner lived on a farm, and a stray cat had kittens, and so she got the mom fixed, and she was trying to find homes for free for all the kittens. She wasn't selling them at her pet store; she was giving them away. And I remember being like, yeah, I'll find out if I can get one. And I went and talked to my mom.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, hey, we don't really have a cat around the house anymore. Like, can I get a cat? And she's like, oh, I had to convince her. Isn't that a weird idea since my mom now, like, takes care of all the stupid stray cats in the neighborhood? And, like, now, it would not even be a question. She'd be like, yeah, bring it over. Like, but back then, it was like this big deal.
A big thing.
Yeah, and, like, she wasn't responsible for taking care of it. I would have been, which I was when I got it.
I was surprised my parents didn't get another dog.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They never lived in a place that could really have it without a lot of work. Like if you have a fenced-in yard, it's a little less work sometimes. Right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Your parents...
I don't know. We never had a fenced-in yard.
Right, but your parents got older. Your mom has bad knees.
Yeah, but my mom didn't have bad knees until she stopped working.
That wasn't when you went to college?
No.
Oh, she was still working?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. I didn't want to hang out with my dad at
home. Like mother, like daughter, I guess.
I'm just teasing.
So we got 6 people watching and only 2 likes. Can we get the video up to 6 likes? That'd be cool. I'm going to start doing that, like when I notice that, because I don't know. Why not? Give me a like, guys.
Where were we in that Tyranny of Dragons game? Did we finish that dungeon part?
There's no dungeon.
Weren't we in like a little dungeon thing or something?
You came back to the keep.
Oh, did we?
And then, yeah, that's where Martin died, remember? On top of the parapet.
No, I said, sorry, I meant the Descent into Avernus game.
That you didn't finish it. No.
That one I remember because Pike's down there with, like, the big bad Dragonborn dude. And, like, I'm
oh, yeah, he's at
I'm
his feet, isn't he? We haven't done anything yet.
Yeah, I'm concerned for his life.
Oh, that's going to be
You know, like, what am I going to do? I'm trying to think, like, what's my character going to do? Mm-hmm. Right? Because she and Pike are buddies.
That next session is going to start epic.
Well, you know what? Now I have really high expectations, just so you know.
I have to message Martin about his new character. I'll wait. I have to do it next week, not... See, here I am. I can't focus too much on that. But yeah, that game is going to start really well. So, no, you guys...
But Descent into
Avernus, you guys had done about half of the basement. But you already killed the old lady.
Which was like the big thing.
Nah, kind of. You found Thavius Creek.
Oh, yeah. He was like a liar.
Don't ruin it. Don't ruin it.
Wasn't he?
You guys had your suspicions, and then I think you found stuff out.
I remember being extremely suspicious.
Yeah, everyone was. But we will talk about that at the game on...
Next week, Saturday. On Saturday.
That's this Saturday.
This Saturday.
Yeah, we will pick up where we left off there, and I think it was right there, pretty much. I think that was how we ended the session. And it was Jake, he wanted the shield, but then he was like, never mind.
Yeah, you gotta rewatch that and figure it out.
Yeah, we'll watch it. We'll figure it out. That's the beauty of recording these games, though, is you can get, like, not necessarily back into that mode, that mood, but you can go back and be like, oh, that's what was going on. Okay, perfect. You know what I mean? It's a huge advantage to recording games. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
You're not even listening to me.
I am listening. I just don't do that.
You could, though.
Even if I recorded it, I wouldn't do it. It sounds so long to rewatch.
You don't have to watch the whole thing. You just have to watch the last, quarter of it. So you understand what's going on as a player. You don't even have to do that. You can watch even less just to understand what was going on, usually. But as a DM, if you want the details that you missed or improvised or whatever. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That's my favorite part about recording it. And I go back most of the time, and I watch at least part of it, you know?
Oh my gosh, that video Peter sent was amazing.
So, you guys, if you have not seen it, BN Drake on my Discord, he posted some of his highlights of Tyranny of Dragons campaign so far.
God.
And it's like 10 minutes of just hysterical laughing. Like, you will laugh. Not the video, but you will be laughing the whole time.
I was just like dying laughing. It was hilarious.
It was good.
Like,
ooh. Cameron, coming with the question. The smart hill giant versus a manticore. Who wins?
Ooh.
First of all, there's no such thing as a smart hill giant. So.
I mean.
So that's a mythical creature.
I don't know about that.
As for the manticore, it's not out here. You have it because you have the Tomb of Annihilation book inside too.
What?
Yep, it's inside. I don't have my Dungeon Master guide either.
What?
Yeah, it's not out here.
Okay, we'll go this way then.
Look at this. The sweatshop worker is back to looking at books. What is going on here?
Well, he asked a really important question.
Yeah, but you don't have to get technical. I think the hill giant wins. I think manticores are not, especially in 5e, I don't feel like they're that powerful. I've used them against you guys before. Haven't I?
Sure haven't.
You fight one in the beginning, pretty much, of the Pathfinder video game. Dork.
I mean, so what do you think?
I don't know. How many hit points does it have?
Okay, so we're going...
I don't need all the stuff. I just need to know hit points, damage per round, and armor class.
It is 6 hit die.
What does a hit die have in that edition of the game? Is that a D8, a D10? D12? Even you don't remember.
I'm reading. So it has a volley of tail spikes.
Correct.
And that's how it attacks. That was it. There's not a lot in here, man.
Yeah, so I don't know the armor class still, and I don't know how many hit points it has. So I don't know. I can't answer that. But I have a feeling in the old one it's probably a Manticore. And I would say in 5e, the Smart Hill Giant. I don't remember how hard the Hill Giant hits. I'm assuming it's like 2d10 or something damage, or 3d8, I don't know, something. So I'm assuming they hit like that. Or maybe it's less and then they just get a bigger bonus. What's a Hill Giant strength? 19? So plus 4. They use a club. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe, but it's one of them. But they have about the hit points of maybe like 4 adventurers. So, I don't know. That's tough.
In 2nd edition, the answer is the Hill Giant.
Why?
Because it has a attack row of 9 versus 13. Manticore is 6, hit die plus 3. Hill Giant is 12. Armor class 3. Manticore's armor class 4. Number of appearing for a Manticore is 1 to 4. Hill Giant is 1 to 12. They hurl rocks for 2d8. So, I mean, I'm just saying. 2nd edition would say
she said
Hill
the T
Giant
word
by a landslide.
Oh, Thaco?
Landslide victory. There.
Yeah, I think it would probably feel, and again, I don't have the book in front of me, and I'm not going to D&D Beyond, but I have a feeling the Hill Giant would win in 5e as well.
Yeah, probably.
That'd be a fun video series. To just take 2 monsters of a similar CR.
And just run them?
No, not even run them. I mean, I thought that would be cool in the past. But just theory battling. Like, which one do you think would win?
That's a good idea.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. But yeah.
Manticore versus Hill Giant.
Yeah, like start off with like initial thoughts, then get into the science of it. Like you're like
you know what I was
you
thinking.
call it D&D monster.
I was
theater.
thinking Manticore versus Hill Giant.
No.
That's what I was thinking.
No. Like I'm saying, like you could call it like D&D monster science or something.
That this was right here. This is not Manticore. It's an Androsphinx, but I mean, you know, you're doing okay.
I mean, right now.
I don't know why that's here.
I don't know. Right now, I see. No, that's not it either. It's up top behind you.
No, I know. I painted this one.
So, I have 2 manticores.
Okay.
Pretty cool miniatures. I have 1 big fat hill giant, and it's kind of cool too. I sometimes use my Pathfinder ogres as hill giants. Yeah, they almost look like it, but then they have the ogre teeth. Because they gave them more of like a white person's complexion rather than making them like green.
Oh,
so
really?
they look more like hill giants to me. Yeah. So yeah, no, that would be a cool show though. You could do like D&D monster science or something.
Science.
Or you could yeah, and then you like wear a lab coat. And then in the beginning you talk about your hypothesis. And like my hypothesis is that the hill giant would win.
No.
Because it hits harder.
No.
Oh yeah.
This is not happening.
What was that show we used to watch on Spike where they'd be like, who would win? The Mongolians versus the World War II Marine Corps. Like whatever, I don't know.
Yeah. That was cool. Gladiator versus
what was that called?
You know, Knights of the Round Table.
Yeah, what was that called?
I don't remember.
It would usually be like somewhat comparable. Like, who would win? The Spetsnaz versus the Ghost Recon or whatever. And it's like they do these battle simulations after they show you how to blow up dummies and stuff.
KBG versus like the CIA or something
or the FBI
like that.
or something. Yeah. So Cameron says, I'd love to watch that series. You could do viewer requests to get some more interaction. You could call it Monsters of the Week. No, I'm not calling it Monsters of the Week. You could do it without monsters, too. You could do it with classes. Like, who would win? 3 clerics or 2 paladins? Let's find out. So, you know.
Be like...
Or 3 clerics versus 2 beholders. You know, or level 20 level 20 fighters versus the beholder. You know? I don't know, that'd be fun. Paul says Hill Giant still beats a Manticore in 5e. Hill Giant has twice as many HP, deals more damage, but a Manticore does have more attacks. The Manticore has poison in those tails as well, right? Those tail spikes. Deadliest Warrior, yes.
Yes,
I used to love that show.
Great.
Loved that show.
That was great.
I wish they would have taken it as far as doing like, who would win? Flash or Superman. Like, I wish they would have done stuff like that too. Just for the hell of it.
Like, taking it to that level?
Yeah. They did. There's a show on YouTube that used to do that. I don't know if they still are around. It's like Bat in the Sun or something like that. And they would have like Wolverine versus Darth Vader. Or like Batman versus Wolverine or whatever. And it was a fight to the death every time.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And
every time?
They talk about it to start the show. It's like a 30-second short. I think this one's going to win. I think this one's going to win. And then it cuts away to the actual fight. Like they have like cosplayers, actors or whatever come in and then they fight on a set. And, you know, use the environment and all sorts of stuff. And then one of them dies at the end. No poison. Oh, for some reason I thought their tails had like poison in them.
They
in
don't
the Manticores.
Well,
yeah, that's why. They need to make a new version of the Manticore that's also a little more difficult. I'm sure they've got it in one of the monster manuals over the years.
You think so?
Yeah, think of like a rattlesnake Manticore where like the bite does some venom or something. Or maybe the needles are poisonous. Something to just up it a little more in the difficulty, but not too much. You know what I mean?
Oh, and give it like do they have a scorpion tail?
No, they shoot little needles out of it.
Oh,
Out of their tail. They shoot them, almost like a porcupine, but you know. But they projectile them.
That's looking okay. I think that's looking good.
Mm-hmm. But I love doing stuff like that.
Okay.
There's a channel called Death Battle that does animated fights and power analyzations of tons of characters in all sorts of universes. Oh, that sounds cool. I used to like Celebrity Deathmatch too. That was a good show.
Did you really? I never knew who the people were.
You were so sheltered.
I know, but like...
It was like everybody who was popular at the
Where
time.
did I...
Judge Mills Lane was also a boxing referee, but they made him the referee. You had Stone Cold Steve Austin, obviously, as a wrestler. You had the announcers, who I think were... One of them was like a basketball announcer, I think. One was like a boxing announcer. And then they had the Ready the Rumble guy. Let's get ready to rumble. Marilyn Manson was a regular on there. Backstreet Boys and Sync. I knew everybody on there. You know they had a video game for that?
Yes, I did know that.
Did you? I've
I
never
did.
played it. That would have been
You know
fun.
what? I'm just going to do this way.
You're doing the eyes with a pen?
I should have done them first. That worked out really well last time when I did that.
Oh, because you didn't have to worry about messing things up?
Yeah.
But yeah, in general, I've always loved to do the theory stuff. Like, I could sit there all night with people and say, hey, what's better? This or this? And just talk about it all night.
Yeah?
Yeah. In fact, that might be something cool to do on Persuasion Check. To be like, all right, here we go. Controversy. What's better, Bill? A 5e fighter or a Beckme fighter? Who would win? 1 5e fighter or 6 Beckme fighters of first level?
Let's give it a shot.
You have to use the mechanics of that system. Or what would win? The Beholder of 5e or the Beholder of 3.5? In other words, did they make it weaker or stronger? But it's more fun when you have just different monsters and then different quantities. So it's not just a simple one-off comparison.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah.
Think that's the way to go?
I do. I think that's more interesting. Don't you?
No, maybe.
What would win? The Gorgon or the Medusa? Once again, I don't know their CRs. I don't know their hit. I know nothing other than they
Isn't a
turn things.
Medusa a Gorgon?
It is a Gorgon. However, the Gorgon is like an iron bull that also turns people to stone. You didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that now that you're saying that, I'm like, oh yeah, that makes sense. But that's not what I was thinking.
Gotcha. Paul says with insta-death, the Beholder had back then, Beckme, hands down. Maybe? Melchior says, I think I've seen that channel. It's sometimes very interesting to see how the battles play out. Which one are you talking about? You talking about the Death Battle channel? I feel like I need to look that up now. I wonder... I feel like if I owned the rights to Celebrity Deathmatch, I would turn that into a YouTube show. They have the resources to do that, you know? MTV owned it, I think, before. They're not exactly poor. And then just having a Celebrity Deathmatch channel be its own thing, I bet you it would do really well. and watch. I'm saying this and it's probably already in existence.
Probably not.
You don't think so?
Uh-uh.
Well, that's lame. If it doesn't. So one was Bat in... Yep, Bat in the Sun was the one that I used to watch. Wow, it's been a long... Well, obviously because of COVID, they haven't been doing as much. White Ranger versus Scorpion from Mortal Kombat, it looks like. That's an interesting battle. I'm not subscribed? They've got 2.4 million. Flashpoint Batman versus Killmonger. Superpowered beatdown is what they call the series. Black Widow versus Black Canary. Deadpool versus Deathstroke. Mike Myers versus the Luxie Super Horde. I don't know what that is. Joker versus Negan from Walking Dead. Winter Soldier versus Nightwing. Oh, okay. Wonder Woman versus Wolverine. Which would probably be pretty darn interesting.
Ooh, yeah, that's a good one.
That one has 13 million views.
I wonder who they had win that one. What do you guys think?
It had to be Wonder Woman. Wolverine can't die. Alright, so the other one was Death Battles?
Is this like a true battle to the death, or what?
What, Death Battle or the other one?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they're battles to the death.
Because if Wolverine can't die, then what do you do?
I mean, he doesn't die. I don't know. Alright, so Death Battle looks good. Actually has more subs. But their videos have less views. And they're all just, they're all drawn out. Okay, cool. I will check that one out. I just subscribed. I'm now going to look for Celebrity Deathmatch. And see if there's a channel dedicated to it. Whoa.
Paul Ross says that MTV is cranking out shows about knocked up teens and internet stalking.
Oh yeah, we know. We used to watch those like 10 years ago. 9 years ago.
We watched like the first season.
We watched more than that.
It was like the first
We started it on Netflix, I think.
Yeah, but like
and then we went
back
over.
when Netflix was like disc only.
Yeah, no, it wasn't disc only. It was a disc in order to be able to access their server, basically. That was how they regulated it, I think. Yeah, MTV's not, it's not as cool as it used to be. Yeah, so I don't know how you didn't know who any of these people were. Like, I'm just looking through the ones that they've uploaded on the MTV Vault. Like Beavis and Butthead, Mariah Carey.
I never watched Beavis and Butthead.
Right, but you knew who they were.
I mean, I know who Mariah Carey is.
Yeah, and how about Jim Carrey? Because it's Mariah Carey versus Jim Carrey. Mike Jones versus Paul Wall. You probably don't know who they are.
I don't know who they are.
Mike Jones.
I know what that is. I've heard people
Paul
say that
Wall.
before. But, like, I don't know.
There were similar style rappers.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Chris Rock versus Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
I don't think we need to watch that to know who won that one.
Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen versus Kelly and Jack Osbourne. Yeah, that one was kind of weird. Lil Jon versus Lil Bow Wow.
I probably wouldn't have known.
You wouldn't?
who
You
those
wouldn't?
people are.
You didn't know who they were in high school?
I mean, probably Little John.
Christian Bale versus Adam West.
Yeah, I don't know who Adam West is.
He played Batman in the 60s. Adam West Batman. He just died a few years ago. Paris Hilton versus Nicole Richie.
Oh, yeah, I never watched that show.
But you know who they are.
I mean, but, like, I know the name because of the show, but I had never known who they were prior to that.
Oh, well, I never watched that show, but I knew who they Busta Rhymes versus William Shakespeare.
Okay, I would have known who that is.
You would or wouldn't?
I would, but I didn't watch stupid humor stuff.
Well, and usually this was on late at night because of the fake blood and guts.
I was allowed to stay up late.
Simon Cowell versus Ryan Seacrest.
I wouldn't have known who Ryan Seacrest is.
Your parents didn't watch the.
Oh no, they probably did. I don't know people's
So your
names.
mom would have known people over you?
I don't know celebrities' names.
That's crazy. Jerry Seinfeld versus Tim Allen. All right, you won't know this one. Kristen Cavallari versus Misha Barton.
No idea.
Elvis Presley versus, I can't see the rest of the name. Steve-O versus Andy Milonakis.
Neither of those.
You don't know who they are?
No.
Steve-O was on Jackass. He's the one that was always...
I've never seen Jackass.
Oh my gosh. Okay, Andy Milonakis is the adult who looks like he's 10. He's a chubby, inappropriate comedian of the time. You probably have no idea who that is.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh my goodness. Guys, look what I'm working with here. This is why I win all the pop culture stuff with your family. All of it. Your whole family doesn't know this stuff. Anna Kournikova versus Danica Patrick.
I wouldn't have known who either of those people were.
Anna Kournikova was a famous tennis player who, at 13 years old, was dating a 25-year-old professional hockey player on the Detroit Red Wings named Sergei Fedorov.
At 13?
Yeah, well, she was his date to something over here.
That's weird, you guys.
They're both Russian citizens.
Cameron says, go watch Jackass the movie now, Paula. Stream is canceled.
I don't think I could get her to watch more than 5 minutes of it.
I don't know that I would like it, though.
Yeah, I don't know. I would watch it. I've already watched it. I love that stuff. I liked the movie. I used to like the Bam Margera show. Loved that. He was such a dick to people, though. But I loved that show. Basically, that's the prank stuff that the kids watch on YouTube. So he would go into his house. He had his Uncle Vito, who he was always mocking and making fun of and beating him up and whatever he could do to torture his Uncle Vito. His mom and dad were sleeping. He snuck in there with one of those metal trash cans and those fireworks that are pop, 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 pop. Threw it in the trash can.
Oh my god, no, I
he
don't
would
want
go
to
in
watch
there
that.
with this is Bam Margera, it's a different show, but he was on
I
Jackass.
have no interest in this.
Just the meanest shit.
Okay, no, so for humor, I usually when it's stupid humor, or not stupid humor, dry humor. Yeah. Right? I like...
Paul says, sounds like my wife. Even worse is my wife genuinely likes the Super Mario Brothers movie. So I've never watched the Super Mario Brothers movie straight through.
God, that thing is terrible.
I've watched, I don't even know, I've seen the beginning. I think I've seen a little bit in the middle. I don't know if I've ever seen the end. I've never tried to sit down and watch it. It's just kind
terrible.
of been on.
I tried to put it on for the kids before.
The thing that sucks about it is it has nothing to do with Mario Brothers, really. I don't know what they were trying to do, but none of it was right. They just did not do it right at all. So dumb. I don't know how somebody looked at that script and was like, this is a good idea. You know?
I don't know, dude. I don't know.
You should know.
I mean, did you like it when you were a kid?
The movie?
Yeah, I don't know.
No. The cartoon show, yes.
That's stupid, too.
It's stupid, but at the time, that was pretty common of all all cartoons. Look at the D&D cartoon.
That's why the Cobra Kai show is great, though.
Oh my gosh, it's got good writers, though. They know what they're doing. They know how to tell a story.
Because it's like, but it is really cheesy, you guys. If you haven't seen the Cobra Kai.
CKY was the one I was thinking
Yeah.
of. Finch and I always are quoting one of those movies that was done by Jackass. I think that was CKY, where he's like, "Wow, Narco sucks." Me and Finch do that all the time. Wow, Rudy Woo, you and your crew, blah, 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 blah. I don't know.
You're dumb.
I've only seen the movie like twice, but Finch always quotes it because he used to own it and watch it like all the time. And so when we hang out, he does it. Historically, it's only very recently that society has started to think of a 13-year-old as a child. For a long time, children were treated as just untrained adults. Yeah, it's kind of true, and I think even in other parts of the world, they still are that way.
Also, no.
That's why I mentioned, yeah, obviously not for us, but
Yes. But like
100 years ago, you could get married at 13 years old.
I know, but that's like kind of
That's
messed
like
up.
your mom's parents' age. Think about that. Your grandmother. So my grandmother got married at 16 to like an adult guy.
My grandmother didn't
It
get
was like
married
19 or
until
something.
she was 21.
Yeah.
20?
Why
She
was
was 20.
Why was she so late?
I don't know. Because she got done with high school and went to college.
Yeah. How old's your grandma though?
Like,
Was she born in like the 20s, or was she born around like the 1900s?
no, like the 20s.
Oh, okay. Well, that's probably different.
I mean,
It's probably a little different. I mean, that was
She went-
ancient history, though, compared to things
she
now.
just went to like a liberal arts thing or
Right.
whatever. You
Mhm.
know, but I think that's about all women were allowed to do.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Well, they need someone to become teachers. What? That's what they thought back then.
Look here.
Hey, my favorite teachers were all guys, so my most impactful teachers. Like as a kid, I had some really awesome teachers that were all women, but in high school, my favorites were the guys. Although some of the ones I hated the most were the guys too.
Men are so polarizing. Gosh.
Well, no, my science teacher made a big impact on my life.
I know.
So that like no one compares. Mrs. Mowry was cool. I liked her. She lived near us, so I'd see her out walking her dog sometimes. That was always cool. It was kind of weird too. Like, oh, it's Mrs. Mowry. Like that was always weird for me in general. Like running into my teachers at places in
Yeah,
town.
because you don't really think of them as like real
People?
people.
Right.
Like that's why I said the workplace is sort of changing a little bit because now like your coworkers are people and I don't know.
Yeah, I suppose.
Every morning I have a meeting in which we just talk about how we're doing. What'd you guys do yesterday? What's going on?
You
in
get
your
way more
life?
social interaction than I do. Way more.
I know. But it's a lot of like talking sometimes. I don't know. Sometimes.
Yeah,
I
but
say-
like
sometimes I
you've
say
went and done
stupid
that like
things,
social
so-
distancing hangout at your friend's house a couple
I
times.
did.
Like
yeah.
I haven't done that at all with anybody.
Well,
I-
I mean,
I'm always when you're like when my parents want to come over, I'm like, that's not smart. Like I don't care. You're the one that's worried about COVID.
I know.
But like
you
seems kind of
can't-
dumb that we're gonna have them hang out over here 10 feet away from us.
I know, but like it's not like you know. I mean, we can't live in our house and
I
never
agree,
see
Paul.
anybody for the you know.
Oh no, we could. Paul, social interaction is overrated.
Well, we have these meetings at work. That's why we started doing them so that like people had like healthy work lives while working remote and stuff like that.
Right.
That was the intention.
So it's after 10. Are we wanting to wrap up soon?
Oh, we should do that.
So I will say, I am somebody who I do crave some social interaction, but it doesn't have to be face to face,
That's why we talk to you guys.
anything like that. Yeah, I actually. So this is all I need. I'm cool just talking to my YouTube peoples. My 5 to 10 YouTube peoples regularly. Like, I could do that every day for the rest of my life. Well, not every day. That ain't true. I could do it.
Wait a minute.
I could do it about the amount I'm doing it, and for the rest of my life, and I'd be happy. I'm pretty simple. It does not take much to make me happy. Can't wait to kill characters with this rogue. Blah.
Looks kind of weird.
What, the rogue?
Yeah.
The face. You screwed the face up. Look at her painting off camera again.
I'm trying to get it close to my face.
The closer it is to your face, the better you will paint the face. What are you doing? Paula's over here sniffing paint, guys. Get her face real close. Yeah, I don't know. Man, we've went over some interesting things tonight. An idea for a new possible series of monsters and whatever. Like tabletop RPG showdown or something. See, but then it sounds like the game systems are facing off against each other. Needs to be like...
Well, so maybe it should be.
TTRPG Monster
like,
Showdown.
Maybe it should. TTRPG. We started...
Oh no.
We make up abbreviations at work for meetings because a lot of times the name is a long name. Mm-hmm. And so somebody said something to me about, hey, we should start this at work, and they're like, we could have a meeting about it. And I'm like, yeah, we can put it right after this other meeting. And the abbreviation for it is DAB, so we're going to title the meeting.
I'm starting to kind of like that monster idea.
Yeah?
I am.
TTRPG.
It's kind of like that super fight thing we saw at the store, that game. Sort of like that. Yeah, remember? I showed you the picture and you get like cards and then you have to argue why yours would win against the other person.
Oh.
Whatever their card is. So it might be like Bald Elvis, who can grow bananas out of his hands, versus...
Oh, that's a good one.
The Pringles can mascot with rocket shoes. Who would win in a fight? It's like, all right. Monster Melee. Ooh, that's an interesting name. I wrote Monsters Face Off.
Face Off.
Face Off Monster Edition. See, but then the part that would be really cool is you couldn't... This would not be something you would want to make more than once a week at most. Like, it almost seems like it needs a whole channel dedicated to that. Like, it needs its own thing.
Its own,
like too bad Chance isn't here, because he could be Chance's guide to monsters. Man, we have no roll stats, no Chance, no Drake tonight, no Barking Cricket tonight.
Quiet.
Yeah, I mean, no, we've got a Paul showing up. He's chatting it up a little. Cameron's been chatting. It's not that quiet. Oh, it is a different tone though.
It seems quiet.
It's a different tone. Like we get roll stats.
Because roll stats isn't yelling at us about. He would have been so proud of me for getting out the second edition book to look it up.
He would have asked you why I didn't reach for the book that's even closer to you. That is.
It's on
the
page
Rules
167.
The Rules Cyclopedia. See, but then you got to do promo videos. So here's what you do. You have a once a month monster showdown. And you have to make promo videos in the other weeks leading up to it. And it has to be set to like monster truck commercials.
Yeah.
Like,
no,
Sunday. The Beholder takes on the Ancient Red Dragon.
At the data analytics conference that I was attending, they were sponsoring a coffee like drink or something like that, and that's literally what it was.
That's what I would do.
Like, you know, like crazy colored 80s background.
Go over the top, yeah.
Where like the can like zooms in and then the, you know, like it flies in and sits there.
Or something.
Yeah, and they're like, for extra caffeine. You know, like,
yeah, that's what
to
you gotta do.
run your data mind. Like, it was
That's
really
how you
crazy.
have to do it. So the answer, Cameron, is 100% yes. We both watched it.
Did I read the Jar Jar
Watch.
Sith?
That's what we're talking about.
Oh, did I? Yeah, did I watch Jar Jar? Yeah. And it is amazing.
It's not perfect, but it's good.
Love it. I think it's great, Cameron. Like, that's
But it's
my
not true.
review. No, I mean, but is it?
I mean, so
is it true?
the first part,
I mean,
yes.
is it not true?
I think Jar Jar Binks was possibly set up to be the bad guy.
Because
yes.
I remember
and that could have changed. Yes.
As those movies came out, I was like,
I don't think he is the Sith Lord. Though.
I remember he was so damn lucky. Like, that's the thing that I hated about his character, is because he was annoying, but like he was always fine all the time. Like, everything worked out properly for him all of the time. And I was like, I don't understand how this guy has luck this good. So it explains so much, Cameron. It explains.
See, I never even picked up on any of that.
So much. No, it
when
does.
I watched it originally.
But
I never picked up on it.
What did you think, Cameron? Like, are you a believer in the Jar Jar Sith? Like, is that what you think? You know? Because, like,
well, the theory is that originally he was intended to be the main bad guy.
And just, like,
for the series.
Yeah.
The first trilogy. And it didn't work out, yeah. Who's hated the most, Jar Jar Binks or Jar Jar Abrams?
I'm just saying, it's a great idea.
I don't know. It's one of those things that now that I've seen that theory, which I've seen it before.
Now we need to rewatch
but
the
now,
movies. Rewatch the
relatively
Star Wars
soon,
movies.
but not like, oh my god, like maybe Sunday.
Yes.
Like Sunday, maybe.
Well, I mean, we can't do it all in one day. We
just need to watch the first one.
We don't have the.
You just need episode 1 to test the Jar Jar thing.
Yeah, but you need to watch all of them.
Why? He's not in all of them.
I know, but the entire series, because he leaves and then he comes back.
Where are we finding time to watch anything? We have Cobra Kai to get through.
You know what? It could wait for Star Wars.
No.
Yes.
No.
It could.
No, it can't. You can't make me watch something I've watched before over something I'm dying to know what happens in. I do not function that way. Now, once we've watched Cobra Kai, no matter how great it is, the same thing would happen. If there was a different show you got me in and I haven't seen them all and I'm liking it, there's no way I would then watch Cobra Kai over that. It's just, I can't do that. I have to know what happens. That's why sometimes I'm like, I don't want to start the show.
It's a whole new season.
I need to know what happens.
You don't.
Yes,
There's
I do.
only 2 seasons, so you
it doesn't
just
matter.
take a break.
No.
In between seasons,
you
switch to something else. You come back.
There is no break. There is no break.
Just take a break, because
it is 2020. It's 2020. There's no break.
Because there's gonna be a day where you're like, you know what? I really wish there was another season of Cobra Kai.
I've never. No.
And then you're gonna be. It's like a surprise.
No.
Like you forgot it was there.
No, you're wrong. I don't do that. Cameron says it's in my head canon. It's fun to watch the movies, watching Jar Jar the whole time, thinking that he is being one sinister son of a bitch. So you found a way to make it good for you.
Yeah.
I don't know. I liked the originals without knowing that too, but I know some people did not like it. So we're good for the night, or what are you doing?
I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing.
I mean, you're grabbing a color. And you're painting off camera again. Here, I'll move this forward so it's right up in your face.
Stop.
Well, you're not even on camera.
Stop.
Trying to be helpful. I feel like I need to go back and watch it. Just episode 1. Maybe 2. I loved Darth Maul, though. Loved him. Like, I thought he was a cool one. And I kind of wished that he... Spoiler, guys. Spoiler. I wish he didn't die. We're only 22 years after its release.
I don't know if I'm going to do this or not. Let's just wrap him up for tonight. I have a decision I need to make.
All right. So anyways, guys, we're going to end. Thank you for watching. Tomorrow we are interviewing a podcast, the SS Adventurer, the ship captain, which I think means the game master or something. The podcast head of the show. So we will be interviewing him at 8:30 tomorrow. I might even try to get that at 9 instead. But we'll see. I know he's typically sleeping at that time because he is overseas. So we will see. Paul says he didn't die. He didn't die. Who, Jar Jar? Oh, Maul. Yeah, he comes back at the tarantula body of mechanics in the cartoon thing. But he died in my eyes. And it's sad. Cameron says, I hope that one day when people eventually remake the Star Wars films, that they do the Jar Jar Sith theory just so I could see it. Yeah, but see, it won't live up to the hopes. You know? There's always a bigger fish. True. Alright, so anyways, guys, we will see you guys next time. Game on.